Do you know there is a massive difference between making money online and building an online business? Most people are just trading time for money. They stop working, the money stops. And this one I learned the hard way. But what if you could build something that keeps money coming even when you stop actively working? Something that scales beyond you doing all the work. In this video, I am going to show you how to turn those income streams we've talked about in previous videos into actual business. We are talking about systems, automation, hiring and scaling beyond a 10,000 US per month. Note this is the last part, and in the next one I'm going to give you a guide on how I was able to go past all of these stages, where in part 1 we covered beginners method of making money online, like basic freelancing. In part 2 we covered about scaling beyond 1,000 USD per month and advancing strategies. In case you've not watched those two, make sure you go back and watch. They are very important, and I'm going to put the links down on the description box. But today we're going to go deeper. We will talk about building businesses, not just side hustles. Here is what separates a real business from side hustle. A side hustle requires you to work to make money, but a business has systems that works for you. On a side hustle, you are doing everything. A business is a team, and automation doing the most for you. Before we get into tactics, you need to understand something important about mindset. A freelancer mindset is about how many hours can you work, how many clients can you handle. But a business owner's mindset is different. It says, how can I systemize this? How can I hire people to help? How can I run this business without me? Here is what needs to change. Stop doing everything by yourself. The moment you can afford it, start delegating. Hire a virtual assistant for 10 to 15 USD per hour to handle all the admin work. Hire editors for your video. Your time should be spent on high value activities, for example, a strategy, client relationship, clients acquisition, content creation and sales. You need to build systems and processes, document how to do things, create standard operating procedures. When you hire someone, you should be able to hand them the document, show them exactly what to do. Think about leverage. Every hour you work should generate more than just 1 hour income. Create contents, build email lists, develop product. 1 hour of your work can generate income for months or years. Focus on one business, not just 10 side hustles. Never spread yourself too thin. Pick one model, for example, freelancing, affiliate marketing, content creation, e-commerce, and go deep. To a point, you're able to build it into a real business before starting something else. Have you ever heard something called systemizing freelancing? Let's start with freelancing, since that's where most people begin. This is how you turn freelancing into an agency. And this one I am talking out of experience. I started with just being a freelancer, and now I own a digital marketing agency. In the first phase, you are the doer. You do all the work, clients calls, project, delivery, everything is on you. This will get you about 2,000 to 5,000 USD per month. In phase 2, you hire contractors. You are still doing sales and client management, but you hire freelancers to do all the actual work. If you are a video editor charging about 100 USD per video, you can hire someone on Upwork or Fiverr to do it for 30 USD. You keep 70% and focus on getting more customers. In the phase 3, you build an agency. You hire account managers to handle your clients, you hire project managers to oversee all the work, and you focus on the sales and strategy. This brings in between 10 to 50 USD per month. And how do you actually do this? The first thing is you start with documenting your processes. Even if you're not ready to hire, document how you do things. For example, what tools do you use? How do you communicate with your customers? Write it down. When you are consistently making between 3 to 5,000, just blindly document everything. And once you're maxed out on time and it's time to hire your first contractor, start with small tasks. For example, start with a VA to schedule calls, to respond to clients' emails, an editor to handle all your video work, a writer to create your first drafts. As you hire, your role will start shifting from just doing the work to managing teams and bringing in clients. and sales becomes your main focus. And by the way, you should know a good salesperson who crosses 50% of their calls is worth way more than a good editor. Another tip is about affiliate marketing. Do you know most affiliate marketers stay small, but affiliate marketing can become an absolute big business. How do you scale? First, build an email list. This is a non-negotiable. Every piece of content you create should have a lead magnet on a free guide, a checklist, or a resource in exchange for an email. I personally use ConvertKit. I think it changed a name to ConvertIt, something like that, for my emails. Once you have emails, you can now start promoting affiliate products, and this one is a sweet one when now it comes to business and getting that money, because it feels like it's free money. And guys, emails convert so well, even better than social media or a blog post. Step 2 is creating multiple traffic sources. Do not just rely on YouTube or just your blog. Diversify. YouTube plus a blog plus Pinterest plus TikTok plus email list. In case one platform changes its algorithm, you're still good. Step number 3 is, once you have an audience, create your own product. This is so sweet, guys. Create a course. I have a course, I have ebooks. You can also have templates. These ones are so nice. They have 100% profit margin instead of 5 to 50% affiliate commissions. Now the next step is you hire content creators. You can't create 5 YouTube videos, 20 TikToks, 10 blog posts, and 30 Pinterest pins every week all by yourself. You're going to burn out. How do you do it? You hire writers for your blog, you hire editors for your videos. Step 5 is to partner with other creators here on YouTube, podcast interviews. This one is going to amplify your reach without creating more content. For example, let's say you start a YouTube channel about personal finance. You grow it to about 50,000 subscribers. And now you start building an email list. Now you can easily create a 97 USD budgeting course and sell it to 100 people per month. Just 100 people per month will give you 9,700 USD per month. The next big thing will be building an e-commerce brand. Drop shipping is fine when you're just getting started, but if you want real business, you need to build a brand. What is the difference? Drop shipping is selling generic products from AliExpress with no brand. On the other hand, an e-commerce brand has unique products, strong branding, and customer loyalty. And how do you transition from drop shipping to a brand? Find a winning product. This is a non-negotiable. Through drop shipping, test different products until you get that one that sells consistently and has good margins, and of course validates the demand. Private label it. Just talk to people in China and tell them, put my logo on them. Go to Alibaba and talk to them and do your first order. You can do between 500 to 1,000 pieces on your first order, and this one, yes, requires capital. It is important to build a real brand, professional logo, website, packaging, social media presence. All this is important when now you're building an e-commerce brand. Make people want to buy from you. This is another important thing. Specifically, not just buy the product, focus on customer retention. People who buy today and come back tomorrow and the other day. Use email marketing, customer loyalty programs, bundles, and upsells. It's 5 times easier to sell on existing customers than just starting from zero. Expand the product lines. Now, once you're at that point, now you've built to that level, the next important thing is to expand. Bring in complementary product. If you sell yoga mat, bring yoga blocks, straps, bags. Build a full product ecosystem. Get into retail once you're doing about 50,000 USD per month. And once you grow big, and for example you've hit about 50,000 USD per month, you can now start pitching into retail. Getting into retail will elevate you now to the bigger height from 6 to 7 figures. Another way of making big money is content creation as a business. Most content creators stay broke because they do everything by themselves. They do the filming, they do the editing, they do the thumbnails, they do posting, they respond to comment, they do sponsorship, and just everything. How do the top creators do it? They hire editors so that they can focus on ideation and filming. They hire thumbnail editors, they hire content strategists to research on topics and videos and any help they need. This one will help in diversifying your income to getting brand deals or sponsorships, where most of the money comes in content creation. However, let me be real with you. Scaling is hard. Building a business is even more harder than making money as a freelancer or a side hustle, but you can deal with it. hiring people and it doesn't work out, cash flow issues, at times reinvesting everything, stress, decision making fatigues, and more complex problems. However, what do you gain into this? It comes with freedom. Your business runs without you doing anything, and that is the goal. And also the impact, you can help people, you create jobs, and all it gets into creating wealth. The worst part is many people never get into this transition. They are comfortable and they don't want to risk it. But if you're into creating real wealth, this is the way. This video is your guide. Anyway guys, that's how you build real online business, whether it's financing, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, or even content creation. The principles are all the same. You systemize, you hire, you automate, and scale. And this is the third part of a 3-part series about making money online, from just being a beginner to elevating to now creating a real business. I'm going to talk about my personal journey in the next video, what worked for me, what didn't work, the timeline, the expectations, and even the step-by-step actions. In case you have not watched part 1 and part 2, make sure you go back and watch. I'm going to put the links on the description box. And guys, drop a comment, let me know if you're ready to build real business or just happy with it as a side hustle. No judgment either way, but be honest with yourself of what actually works and what you want. If this helped you, hit that like button and subscribe, and I'll see you in part 4.